What is up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. So in today's video we are going to be working on automation. Now I know this has been something that quite a lot of people have been wanting to see, of how to start your automation as you're low level and you don't really have access to a lot of things, especially with solo. So what we're going to do today is just build some files, build some automation and go from there. If anyone wants to know more advanced automation or splitters or anything like that, there's a video coming soon where I do it on the main island where we've got full automation going on and a mob splitter built. So yeah, look forward to that video. So if we go ahead and I think, yeah, this chest here, we did prepare slightly for what we got to come here. So we got some harvesters here, we got miners, oh, and we did buy more. Okay. So yeah, we have got some stuff prepared for this. I haven't been on this account for a while, so apologies. And just checking how many blocks we got here. 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we need a little bit more of this. So I'm going to go ahead and just farm my log nodes, get them smelted, unless I've already got some doing that now. Okay, I can confirm I do not. So I'm going to go get to work and just start farming that and just cook up some more log nodes. Okay, I have now gone ahead and got some more, as you have seen, as I've done that up as a speed up kind of thing. So now we've got these blocks, we can go ahead and get started on how we're going to do this. Now I do need some building blocks. Now, I can't remember if I have any stored away. Okay, I do have some here, not many, but it's enough. So what we're going to do is we are going to build up just a little bit. I do want to try and stay in one chunk if we can. So I'm going to do it from here. So we're going to build from here. So we're going to place one down there. Okay, now we're going to leave a hole there, and I will show you and explain to you why shortly. This is the kind of setup and sort of build that you need to be doing yourselves as well. So if you follow along, you will be able to get automation going at these early stages as well. And there we go, we had the exact amount that we needed. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is just place a block there, just as temporary blocks. Okay, now we can go ahead and remove these. And if we go and get our miners, and we don't quite have enough miners here, we could do with a few more. Now we need our hoppers, as of course you are going to want to be able to fuel these bots. Let's just check on the AH how much baby bots are currently going for. We might be able to pick some up because they might be reasonably cheap at the moment. Auto miner 30k. Okay, so you'll remember the last episode we bought them for 8k, so I'm not looking to spend that amount of money on miners, and we don't have that amount of money either, so we won't be doing that regardless. Okay, so now that that's done anyway, what we can do now is just break these blocks, as we don't need those blocks there, because what we want to happen is as they mine the fuel is going to drop down. Now the reason why we want it to drop down is because there's going to be funnels underneath them to where we are going to be collecting. So if we do this, now I do need to check how far I can build out here. Actually, we should be okay, so we're going to just do it and hope that we are okay here. We don't need this one yet, just now. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, go in here. So what the water's going to do is it's going to start there, travel around. Now I need to find my water basket. Again, not very organised on this island, so I don't really know where I've put anything. Obviously I don't play on it often, but that brings me to a topic that I wanted discuss with you guys, the viewers. Would you like me to do a live stream on YouTube of this? If so, let me know in the comments. It would literally be just solely for YouTube. Okay, so it doesn't quite make it the whole way. So what we're going to have to do is go into the shop, buy a sign, then natural blocks, and buy blue ice. And the reason for this is we are going to have to make another little funnel thing for the water. So we're going to break that, place that sign there, break this block, place some glass there, some ice there. And then we need to put some more water here. But before we do that, we are going to go ahead and build this next part that we need to build. So for us to do that, we are again going to need some ice. So we're going to buy some. So natural blocks, ice, put the ice there. Now we need this. Alright, I already bought ice and sand and everything that we needed. Look at me being all prepared. Put that there. Okay, now we need to put a sign there. Now a lot of you might already know what this is, but this is going to be our water elevator. And what this will do is this will run along here and it will fuel all of our bots for us. So all we need to do is just make sure that we have platforms all over the place, just so it's doing its job. So I was just checking my audio there, making sure we are okay. Now I wouldn't normally run it past these ones, but I'm going to, because I will get these bots that we need eventually. So now that that's been done, we can go ahead and remove this block. We want to build one more up here. Just like so. Now we need to build down. Okay, now we need to get some more water. Now, if you have gold, you can go ahead into the science shop and buy this. For one science block, you can buy an infinite water bucket. So you won't have to go back and forth like what I am right now, but we don't have the gold to be able to purchase that. So we are having to do it this way. So what we're just doing now is just creating the water elevator part, which is a source block on every single block there. What that does is any items that flow into that, it will shoot up into here, which is of course where we want the items to be. Okay, we won't put any more down just now. We need to cover this so we don't get a spillage. Okay. Now we'll do the same thing on this side. There we go. So now we can start placing water down along the other side as well. So we can go ahead and just place that right here. Now we have to do the same thing again of placing a sign down, breaking that. I thought I picked the ice up, but it would appear not. So we just grab that ice, put some ice down here. Now we need to get another bucket of water and place that there. Follow it round. Okay, and as you can see, we need to again place another sign. Break that. Okay, we didn't mean to put that there, but whatever. Now more water. Let me just get rid of these chunks because I do not need that open right now. Okay, now let's block that up before that leaks everywhere. Okay, so now what will happen here, once we get this water in place, I could just show you because it will start working as soon as I start putting some fuel into one of the bots. We can go ahead and close that down now. Now, if I get my pickaxe in, I don't remember where I put it. There it is. I just mine some of this. Let's mine a little bit of it just so we can get one of the bots at least going. Let's get this bot here going. So if we place some fuel in him, he's going to start mining. The fuel's just going to drop straight down. What's going to happen with that is it's going to come straight over to here, straight up there, up, back down again, and into that hot part, which will then start him. So I would also recommend just covering this as well, just so the fuel doesn't go flying everywhere. Although it's quite comical to see, it doesn't need to be there, you know. So yeah, now the fuel is doing its thing. It is going to be continuously just filling this guy up, so he will run quite smoothly, quite nicely. It is more ideal if we have these ones as well. So we will be working to try and get them. I do have 19k. We could try a cheeky 10k CF and see what happens there. While we wait for that, let's continue with the build. So this farm setup that we have here is fine. It does the job that we want it to do for manual farming for quests, but it's not suitable for automation. So I don't know if I have many more seeds. Okay, we do have some, but not a great deal of. I'm going to place this, however, if I can. Because I noticed that wasn't infinite when I was farming them up. So what we need to do is remove this farm and rebuild it. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. And again, I'm going to keep the video rolling just so you can all see what I do. It might be sped up, but it's still going to be rolling. Okay, so you might have just seen there that I was just filling like those bots. I've split the 55 that was in this one here between the 4 of them, just because it will provide a lot more fuel, a lot more efficiently and quicker, just so we can get the build up. Okay, so now I've got all of the dirt, I've got the crops, we are ready to go ahead and start. So what we need to do first is work out where we want the farms to be. So I'm going to put the farms just around here, really. So we start trying to design where we want them. So I think I'm going to have mine start from here. Now again, you know, it's ideal to keep them as a free, but there is another technique that we can do. I'm going to make 3 rows just because that's what I've collected. Yeah, I misplaced that block, but move that one. Okay, now I can't remember exactly how big the ones we had originally were, so I'm just going to guesstimate and see how many blocks we had left. As what I would ideally like to do is just use all of this dirt on the farm. Yeah, we're going to build it, and then I'll come back to you guys in a moment once it's been built. Okay, so there is the farm that has been built, but it's still not ready, as we need to buy a couple more items. So those items we need to buy is we need to go ahead and go into the natural blocks again and buy ourselves just a few leaves here. And that is obviously for the watering purpose of the farm. 2, 3, 4, 4. Apologies, you're going to get me killed in, but yeah, we'll be back once I've done this. Okay, so that is the farm completed now. Like with all the water, all the land's been hoed. Now I'm going to have a quick look again at this bot, see how much fuel he's got. Yep, and there we go. That is perfect. So now we can fill this guy up. Fill this guy up. Well, not fill him up, but give him enough fuel to keep him going for a long period of time, which is fantastic. Well, it's exactly what we want, is just to keep these bots fueled. So now we've got that. Now we can go ahead and start planting. Now again, like in the previous episode, I informed you guys that, you know, having your crops alternate is a good thing. It makes them grow a lot quicker. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is we're going to place a block there, block there, and a block there. And now again, I will explain to you all in a memento why I've done that. Let's put our seeds back away. Now let's get our baby. Oh, okay, we got a baby, that one and that one. We could use that one actually. We could place that one down. There's no reason why we shouldn't. Okay, so the harvesters, we're just gonna place 1, 2, and 3. Him, we'll place him down here. Where should we put him? We'll just put him there. Now I haven't done the water part here. Which is probably a bit silly on my part, but that's fine. We can quite easily fix that anyway. So we do that now. Yeah, we might as well do that now. I need more glass. Okay. I did not mean to place that block there, but it's fine. Right, let's break that. Get the water place there. Put that down there. Now, that almost makes it actually. I think it's potentially because we got a block there. But we are going to need this regardless, as I will need to stop that flow anyway. So let's break, place, done. Break that. Put some ice there. And then replace this here. Okay, now I did remove that block, I believe. I did. Perfect. Okay, so now we want to get some more fuel again. And we're going to go and chuck it in this tutorial bot that we got for completing the tutorial. So if you haven't already done that, make sure you're doing so, because it is very helpful. So now this is going to be filling up quite rapidly. I am going to get some more fuel and place it in this bot here, as he only had 22. So there we go. Now we have 5 bots running, which are all mining, all dropping the fuel down, which is then being collected, coming back up, coming through, and then feeding. Now, obviously, it will not feed all of them until this one is completely full. Once he's full and the hopper's full, then that is when it will start then feeding the rest. So we have to be patient. But in the meantime, what we can do is get this part going. So when I say get this part going, obviously this requires hoppers as well. Okay, I'm just falling out of the world, falling over the place, it's fine. Okay, there we go. And then we want to come back to this side and place 3 more hoppers on top of there. How did I manage to buy the perfect amount? Crazy. Okay, now with the blue glass again, we're going to want to connect all of these up. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so now that part's done, it's again, unfortunately, back to the water part. I would very much love to get some science blocks going, but unfortunately that's something we do not have the ability to have. Actually, before we begin that, we should probably start on this part of the build, for which we need another sand block. We are running out of money here, so we just got to hope and pray that we have got enough for what we're trying to do. Which I honestly do not think we will have. But we're going to do the best we can with what we have. Okay, so I went ahead and bought some more buckets because I was getting a bit fed up of having to go to and from every 5 seconds. So now what we want to do is, one, place a sign here. Then break that block, place some ice there. From that, we will go ahead and place some here. Now we are going to cover this part up. There we go, just like so. And now whenever the water stops, we're going to break, put a sign down, ice and water. And we're going to do that the whole way through. So yeah, I will catch you once that is completed. Okay, so there you have it. The whole fuel system is completed. So now literally all we've got to do is just wait for these spots to fill up. This one's starting to fill up. Now here's another little trick. I'm going to put some blocks into there just to prevent any more fuel other than this one stack going in there. What that would do is force more fuel into this bot here, and that is exactly what we want it to do. So I'm going to split this up into 3, as we've got 3 other hungry little bots here, so we're going to feed them some more fuels just so they keep going. There we go. And eventually what's going to happen is all of these bots are going to be full of fuel, and then the fuel will start rotating around to here. When that starts happening, fuel will of course go into here and it will fill up. We might as well get these hoppers set up ready. So we're just going to place 4 blocks in the end slots on each hopper, as of course the blocks cannot go into the Autobots, so it will never collect them. There we have that. We could do the same thing here as well with these bots, because again they don't collect this brick, so we can do this when we can get to the hoppers. That is, did I even place a hopper there? I did not. This one's never going to get fueled because I haven't got another hopper to give him right now, unless of course we can go ahead and buy one. Let me see, how much are they? Hoppers, 18k, so we can't afford to buy any hoppers. Can we afford to buy one piece of science? No, we cannot, because nobody is selling a single piece. What about gold scraps? Have I got any gold on here? No, I do not. Okay, and it would appear that nobody is selling gold scrap either, so we cannot get another hopper for him, which is unfortunate. But it also is what it is. We can't do anything about that right now. We need to make some more money. I did just do a quest. Let's see. Anything of use to me? No. We have got our kit for being a comet rank, so claim that. Anything good? Doesn't look like it from what I can see. We didn't get anything of value there, but we will tinker. Okay, we can't tinker here. But tinkering just gives you a little bit of XP, so that's why I was going to do it, but I'm just going to eat that off. If ever you do throw anything off, by the way, you can just do IS bin and then it's there and you recollect it. You have X amount of time to do so. But yeah, as you can see here, the fuel is going past this one and onto this one, which is now starting to fill up. So now we have 2 bots just filling up nicely. So we're going to be back once this is all working, once the fuel starts flowing around here. So we'll be back soon. Okay, so I've been chilling, just AFKing, and then I saw there was fuel coming up, as you see yourself as well. It's coming through, coming through. Okay, that hopper at it. That hopper at it. Okay, so we're just going to have to patiently wait. And there we go. And straight up, straight in, and then it's coming down here and being collected by this guy. So as you can see, he's filling up quite nicely. So now, literally, you just got to wait for these guys to be full, and then we're good to go. I don't quite understand how fuel got here, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to AFK some more and wait for them to fill up. Okay, so again, I've been AFK, and the fuel is now starting to make its way around. So it is currently filling up these hoppers up here. Okay, it's filled up those hoppers up there now. So now the bots should all be full. Double check, yep. Which means now we can go ahead and get rid of this block. Now I have to be careful, because otherwise I will end up punching either the wheat or the bot, and I don't want to do that. Okay, that's what I didn't want to do, chap. and it's something I do quite often, so I'm trying not to. There we go. Right, do that again. There we go. Now the bots will just go and do that what they were being hired to do, for like, which is farming. We're going to get our 3 berries that we placed where the blocks were, and just put the berries back where they belong. And there we go. This is automation. So these bots are now going to just travel all the way up, as you'll see from this one right here. Once he gets up to there, he will stop, he will refuel, then he will turn around and he will go back again. Now I am going to keep an eye on this and just double check that when he gets here, see how much fuel he has, just to make sure that he can come up and back without running out of fuel, as there is times when I've made farms too big and then they just get stuck halfway through and I don't realise, and I've spent half the day AFK in an island and automation is not automating. So I'm just going to wait here for him. He's almost here, and then I'm going to right click and see how much I would expect him to have used. Probably half a stack by this point, so we'll see. Okay, not even half a stack, which is great. That means he can easily come up and down here and farm all of this for us, which will, of course, if we do /is farming, that will give us the ability then to unlock sweet berries, glowberries, sorry, and potatoes at level 6. Now, obviously, with the glowberries, we can put them there, but again, that's a little bit of a different farm that we would have to build, what I will get to and show you guys when we get to that point. But now it's a case of I need to earn money. Right now, I can't earn any money from this or from this without maybe potentially putting a collection chest system down, collecting all the crops and then selling the crops, or doing the animals, or even by doing quests and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is probably next episode, I'm going to focus and show you guys quests properly next episode, as they are really, really good, and I'm going to show you why. So yeah, this island's just going to be AFK'd now. What I would do as well for you all is I will set up a warp here. So to do that, we're just going to do set warp, and then I think it is set warp, sorry, set warp, and then I'm going to do my name, which is sub2 Tricky Ricky. So let's do my main. Yeah, no, let's do that one. Okay, so now this island now you can warp to, and you can come and have a little look at the progress, see how I'm getting on. I might even, let's see how much they are. Permission block 5k, I can afford that. It's 4 blocks, so I can't do much here, but we could change this up a little bit, and then 1 2 3 4. If I put it there, it will cover this and this, I believe. Let's put it there. Is there a way to see what the radius is on it? There used to be a way to do it, I just can't remember how. Okay, I can't remember, but what we're going to do is set it as a public warp, interact, damage entity, pick up XP, pick up items, interact with trapdoors. And I think that is it. So if you do come to this island, you will be able to go ahead and start battering some of these mobs. So if you feel like coming in and helping the island XP grow, you can do so. You can just warp to the island. You can come and check this out. I mean, you can't fly here, but you can come and have a little look, see how the stuff's been set up. I could potentially do a staircase for you, just in case you wanted to have a look. Let's do that now for you guys. Okay, I misplaced that block, but that's fine. I'll put it that way and over to here. There you go. So you can see absolutely everything. You'll be able to drop down. I'll make a staircase so you can get back up again. Maybe. I'm smart enough. No, apparently I'm not. Very difficult to see where these blocks are. There we go. Right, so we got a staircase leading up to this and there, so you can just come and have a look if you want to, just in case the video wasn't enough for you and you wanted to see it working or whatever reason you want to come and have a look. You now have the ability to do so, and if you fancy helping us with some Island XP, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, that is going to make the episode. So thanks so much everybody for watching. I appreciate you. And well, a little motto that I'm going to start saying or try to say: it costs nothing to be kind. So be kind to others. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you and goodbye.